In the last video, I talked about the poverty trap, why it's so important to save money so that you have money to invest and increase your income, and that's how you become richer and richer. And I promise to show you what is the single most effective, highest ROI investment that you can make, especially when you are just starting out. And this is what this video is all about. And I think you guessed it right. The first investment and the most effective one that you can do is investment in yourself, in your knowledge. And I know this may sound like a biased advice because I'm an educator myself, but it's true. It's how I went from having only 3,000 ringgit when I'm just starting out to making more than 100,000 in profit from my investments in the past 6 months. And here's how I did it. I started by investing in my own knowledge. Now, out there, you may see a lot of different kind of info in the internet, free info, etc., etc. There's so many ways you can learn something. Whatever you want to learn, somebody has already achieved the result that you want. That's why it is much more effective if you can lower down your ego and be humble and learn from these people. Some may already pass away, some may be still living, right? Like what I'm about to show you later, that you can directly learn from their years of experience. It's almost like stealing from their trial and error and learn directly what's the path to success that they took and just install it and get success quick. That's how you invest in yourself and get fast results. And what are the most important thing that you must do, especially when you're just starting out? Now, I'm telling you all this is because my purpose is to get you to invest. But without money, without income, if you have low income, it's pretty difficult to invest. Do you agree? If you were to save money, it's pretty difficult on a very small income. So the first thing that you have to do if you want to invest and yet be very comfortable with that is to first develop a high income skill. And what do I mean by high income skill? Well, it could be books on sales skill. Sales skill is one of the most lucrative skill that you can learn because whatever position you are in, you are a salesman. When you go for an interview, you are selling you, your time, your skills and experience in return for money, right? That's what you're doing. When you're persuading your staff and everyone to follow your vision, you're selling your dreams, you're selling the plan so that they will comply. All these are salesmanship, and only when you do job of a salesmanship, right, very well, only then will you get very, very good income. If you look at those people with very high income, chances are they're very good at convincing people to do what they want, and that's sales, right? So if you want to learn, see, I got 2 copies of the same book because I like this book so much, I bought them to give away. And there are so many ways, Psychology of Selling, Secrets of Closing the Sale, right? Art of Closing the Sale, all these. If you want to develop sales skill, these are the books that you can consider, right? And then there are other books as well. So whatever area in your life, don't you believe that they are somebody better than you, more knowledgeable than you, more experienced than you, and some of them would have written a book teaching you how to do it, right? So for example, if I want to learn advertising, I read this book, right? Or this book, right? If I want to, build a great business, I read this book, or this book, E-Myth, right? Very popular. I want to lower down my ego or something, I read this book. Or if I want to man up, right? Then I read this book. These are just some of the books that I bought recently, all the way from Amazon, right? So I got them shipped over. The shipping fee is almost 1,000 ringgit itself. And why am I doing all this? Because I believe whatever, and for you, right now you have many choices. You can go for a seminar, right? Which may cost you a few thousand, or some isn't even mastermind group, tens of thousands. Or let's say if you say your budget is so tight, the least you can do is read a book, right? The book is not the most effective way to learn, to be honest, because it's theory, and some of you may not like to read book or you cannot remember. You want someone to guide you beside you, and I get it, right? But we have to look at our situation. When I was first starting out very poor, I used to read book at the bookstore. I was standing there, reading a book in the bookstore without buying while waiting for my bus, right? That's how I steal knowledge. But of course, nowadays, I'm very generous with it because I believe every $1 I put in, at least to buy this book can give me $10 or more. Even when it comes to love, relationship, there are books about it. 101 questions to ask before you get engaged. 5 languages of love, right? These all can help you to avoid conflict, right? Or sometimes when you're more free or you want to feel knowledgeable, you read about history, the Great Depression. Now all this helps, especially when you're investing. It's very, very important. Success system that never fail. Somebody trying to predict where humanity will go in the future. Is it important when it comes to investing? Especially when you're investing in the future? Important, right? Benjamin Franklin, right? Biography of a very successful American. All this, if you read, can help you a lot. But of course, reading is just part of it. You, after reading all this, should take note. One thing that I regret that I have wasted a lot of time on is I did not take note when I read. I thought my memory is good. It is good, but to a limit, because I have so many books on my library up there that I can't remember some of the concepts that I've learned, that I have to relearn it again. Wouldn't it be good if I keep down the note in my book, right? So that's what you can do. Now, I understand what you may be thinking now. You may be thinking, Meng Teck, I understand that all these books are very important. If I know what you mean, right? Everything. If I read them, I can definitely improve myself. But the problem is, the moment I open the book, especially when there's no photo, I want to sleep. See, all words, man. All words, right? So here's the thing. How many of you have problems sleeping? If you have problems sleeping, here's what you can do. Put a book beside your bed. This is what I did as well. Put a book beside your bed. Every time before you sleep, read the book. Read at least 10 pages. And when you're tired, sleep. If you can finish 10 pages a day, you can probably finish a book every month. Because even this book has only 180 pages, so it will only take you 18 days, which is less than 3 weeks to finish one book. One book a month, 12 books a year. 5 years, 60 books. By the time you finish 60 books, you're far, far, far ahead of all your peers who don't read. And you find out that your income, your happiness, your satisfaction, your knowledge will all have been increased tremendously. And that's why I recommend the very first investment that you invest in. It's not necessarily books. If you can afford it, of course you want to save time and directly go for seminar or program or courses. And if you are looking to join any or learn anything about investment, well, good news is we actually provide training from time to time that you can join and shortcut your learning experience so you don't have to go and collect so many books and read all of them, right? And whether you can figure it out is another story. That's why I would highly recommend that you join us at our training. But even if you don't join, these books are a good place to start. That's all I want to transmit to you in this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you believe in this concept and you like what I talk about here, please share this video with your friend, comment, like. I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye.